Hey guys, Romie here, so please like, comment, subscribe. This is my quick recap for Love and Hip Hop New York. Look, at this point, I'm not sure if I'm even going to do next season. Oh, am I kidding? Of course I am, but maybe I'll do like a really short thing because I just don't care anymore. I just don't care anymore. So we'll start this off with Safari. Oh, this is episode 16 of season 8, the season finale. It's called Mix Up. So Safari, he's talking to the revised Creep Squad. So he's talking to them and saying how, look, he was in the studio and he was he's working with Mariah Lynn, and how Mariah Lynn brought in Bianca, and how Bianca was saying all this stuff. So Bianca's not going to be a part of the song. So Jacquay takes it upon himself to say, you know who would be great? She's feisty. She's a little spicy. She's a little Cayenne. Yes, of course he's talking about Cayenne. So he wants Cayenne to be a part of it. And at this point, Safari's just like, okay, whatever. But Jacquay also lets it be known. Speaking of Cayenne, so she went and actually invited Anais to my music video shoot. And everything is squashed. You know, she got a little saucy, but everything got squashed. So that's all that matters. Yeah, I had to tell her about the whole exposing the Kitty Cat and all that. But we're all good now. We're all good now. And it's interesting when Rich was saying how, yeah, Anais is supposedly still married, and she's still doing some shady stuff, like exposing herself. What? I mean, but why do you have to go let it be known that she got herself rejuvenated? I know that's not really a big deal, but I'm thinking, that's really messy. What's the point if you didn't say? That's why you can't tell people. Anyway. Remy is having a great year. She goes to meet up with Juju and Yandy, and so Juju's just like, the play's going well. She's almost she's about to get her master's degree. Things are looking on the up and up. Remy's doing the in vitro, and that's going well. She's recording her next single because she already did Way Grill. And the thing is, Yandy's trying to figure out, so she needs to coordinate when she's going to talk to Safari about this music. We already know how Safari feels about Yandy going and trying to go and make the music all about him. So Juju decides that she's going to back off and let Yandy go and figure out what's happening for herself. I said, that's the smartest thing anyone's done on the show in a moment. Now, Jonathan goes, of course he meets up with Anais, and him and Anais, they have a conversation about just how everything transpired, and she misses her husband. She misses her husband. She loves her husband. So Jonathan figured, why don't I go and help you out with that? Why don't I go and... So I invite Ruben. I invited Ruben, and before you run, I invite him because... Oh, wait, you're not running? Oh, you two need to talk. And he said, this is great. I've been trying to talk to him for a while. But he didn't want to talk to me. I'm thinking, yeah, of course. Why would he want to talk? Anyway, so we're going to continue on. And Jonathan was just like, all right, so he's coming. I said, oh, I'm thinking, Ruben, this jacket isn't doing it. I know it's not cheap, but come on, Ruben, where's the... And then he took off the jacket. And then I saw that shirt and I said, playa. Ruben. Whoa, what's your real job? That's been the question of this entire season. And I'm sure we'll never know. I don't know. Ruben got something in the past, in his past or possibly present, where I'm like, that's someone you don't want to mess with. He's a family man, and that's why he's being all respectful. But you can't tell me. You can't tell me you know what I'm thinking. You can't tell me. Anyway. So Anais, she finally gives a real, true, sincere apology to her husband. And I said, finally, she gives her husband that, I know I messed up. I am different than the person that you met. And so I was trying to do some soul searching, figuring it out. And I was trying to just blame stuff on you. But I just need you to know that this is the new overall me. I know what I did to you was unforgivable, and I promise you that I'll never do something like that ever again. ever again. I'm thinking, He's like, well, how do I know? I said, oh, Ruben, does that mean you're going to take her back? Long story very short, not only does he take her back, and he said, I took off the wedding ring because I felt like there was no marriage. There was no marriage. There was no love. There was no trust. I said, that's right. Keep those emotions. Keep thinking that. Yes. But then, the soft spot of, I love my wife. I really do. I really, 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 really do. And so he forgives her. She promised she'll never do anything like that. Ever, ever, ever. Okay. He had a tear, or his eyes are at least watering. She was crying. I said, okay, this is good. This is good. I believe this. Now, Anais, you better not mess this up. You better not mess this up. Come on now. Mariah Lynn, we finally see where DJ Self is. He's finally doing what we've been all saying he needs to do to support Mariah Lynn. Now, I don't care anyone says that looked like a real gig. That looked like a real gig for Mariah Lynn. What's the song called? Oh, hold on, guys. Let's back up a little bit, because I like that song. I need to make sure I download that. Wait, it's already almost done. Let's see. Even though when you hear the audio, I'm like, what are they saying? That doesn't sound like this. I don't care. Dang, Mariah Lynn knows how to write a bridge and a hook. Zoom, zoom, Maserati. Kicking pictures of me. Flash, flash. Dang it. Oh, I love that song. Anyway, so she finishes up her set, and Jacque's there with Cayenne. So Jacque goes to DJ Self in the back, and they go and talk to whatever. But Cayenne let it be known that, so I'm going to be on the song with you and Safari and Jacque and Paradise. And so she's like, I don't care. I'm above all this. I'm just about making my money. I said, I know that's right. Next thing we see Yandy. She's going to meet up with Juju and Safari because, of course, they need to rehearse for Juju's play. Everything's going well with the exception of Bianca. Where'd she go? Why would she dip? Why would she? Because she has issues with Safari for a moment. See, that's a dumb thing. See, that's why I can't support someone who does this childish stuff. And it's not like people aren't telling her she needs to stop that. That's not the case. She's doing it on her own at this point. And so that's why I can't feel bad for her. Before, yeah, because, yeah, with that whole stuff with Webstar and all of that, absolutely. But not with this, oh, because I have issues with you, I'm going to stop the money. You're from New York. Nothing stops the money. Damn. People have murders in their family, killings, rapes, molestation, all this stuff, and that still doesn't stop the money. You're letting this stupid... Oh, that's why, like, this can't be real. Nothing stops the money. Let's be very clear. Dumbasses. Anyway. So Juju, once she sees Safari, needs to have a conversation with Yandy. He finally lets it be known that the song's pretty much done. Yandy's like, wait a minute. How's the song pretty much done? And I didn't listen to it and get the final critique. And then Yandy goes in the confessional, talks about how, well, if I wanted this song to be big, I want it to be global. I mean, we had heavy hitters on this. This song could have made this song could have moved, because this song could have done double digits. And instead, he can just go, I'm sure someone will like it somewhere. I'm thinking, tell us how you really feel. You really that salty? Because that doesn't sound like real critiques. That sounds like salt, like dryness. But anyway, Yandy's over it, so she goes and leaves. I'm thinking, what is wrong with all this? This is why I said I can't take this too seriously. It's a show. We don't have context to anything, so I can't take this too seriously. What I can't say is, I'm glad they finally did it right. Melanin Magic. That's Remy's new single with Chris Brown. And so they premiered the music video there. and we saw about like 30 seconds to a minute of it. I said, that's how you do it. Finally, someone that's not playing around. So she gets that, and then she has this session with essentially a bunch of people at Columbia, you know, DJ unions. She just made sure to get the support of the media and the real movers and shakers, especially in her city. And so I said, yes, that's how you do it, because those are the people that's going to support your song so that more people can hear it until it gets to mainstream. This is how this works, people. This is how this works. Cardi B did the same thing with all of her music, but especially Bodak Yellow. Even though she was signed, she still needed the support of the people that she was asking for support from all these years ago to support her to get her where she is. And so Romie, she's going to have to put in that work. And, you know, Columbia, they seem happy and they feel like this is going to be the one that pops off. Everything's working out with her and happening in vitro. So her life is good. That's pretty much it with her. Then we see it's finally time for Safari's little. And the only reason why I say little is because his little shindig. Because this, it turned into a mess. It was with great intentions, but it turned into a mess. Really bad. Oh yeah, sidebar. You ladies are really going to swooning over. I shouldn't be saying just you ladies. All of y'all swooning over Safari. See, yesterday I go and see Safari trending. I'm thinking, Lord, what happened? Like, did someone jump him? Did Cam do something? I don't know. I was like, oh, he did something dumb. He did something goofy. So I go and click, and I'm scrolling, and I'm like, and people are like, oh, I'm like, okay, what happened? And they're not saying anything. They're like, oh my God, I'm like, what happened? And I saw. Anyway, so we get to Safari's event, and Anais, Ruben, and Jonathan are there. They have their own little VIP section. Ruben sees Rich and goes over there and essentially says, look, the cameras are rolling, so I have to keep this cool, calm, collected. And mind you, Ruben is wearing a suit. He has his glasses on. He's not playing. He's not playing. He rolled up on Rich and told him, at the end of the day, we are back together. So there is no you. I just wanted to make sure that was very clear. It was like, oh, that's fine. But, you know, it's crazy. I'm surprised that you two are back together, considering how she exposed herself to old dude. I mean, she showed her vag to my dude Jaquay over there. I'm thinking, wow. 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 Messy. When I tell you messy. And you really want to be proud of that messiness. You really want to be proud of that messiness. So it's like, wait, what? Now he's getting flustered. Rich clearly is trying to sun Ruben. So Anais realizes, oh no, he must have. And so then Rich repeats it again. Now Anais and Jonathan are storming out. Jonathan tells Safari, sorry dude, had to go. It's like, what's wrong? No, it's because your friend over there, Rich, he's being excuse my French, but but it's part of the body. It's natural. Get over the word. Vagina. He's being a vagina. I said, but what's wrong with vagina? That's what I was like, oh wait, but Jonathan, that's partially scared of the puss. Of course he would say that. This is why I need to stop. Oh God. Oh, I thoroughly enjoyed that. Anyway. Now we get to Safari, and he's with his mother and his sister. And Juju comes along and hugs the both of them, gives them the update on her play. And Juju was talking to Safari's mother said, well, see, you're very beautiful and you're the ideal person, like personality types, looks, all of that for my son right here. And Safari's just like, Mom, Juju was like, oh, thank you. And then Juju went and talked to Safari's sister. I was like, well, you know, I think he's a little intimidated by me. I said, I think you're right. He takes you seriously. You can tell. And it didn't help when you said, oh, you know, I just finished, got my master's, and Safari's mom's looking over there like, see, if you just act a little bit more mature, what type of women you could be attracted. So Mariah Lynn comes in this blonde, straight, bleach blonde. I said, what is that? I said, Mariah, you have to do all that. No, that's not what we do. So Safari's getting everyone together, and even though Yandy, she's still over the fact that she didn't get executive producer credits or some form of creative control. Safari said, the proceeds are going to charity. What is the problem? And so, of course, Yandy backed down after Safari pretty much played it that way about it being about charity. So she said, okay. I thought I was going to be missing the actual check, but since this is going to charity, then I'm all here for it. And now, Bree is there. Everyone's coming along. Safari looked very nervous when Bree came. I said, oh no. Oh no, what did you do? 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 And we're going to find out in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So Safari first, he brings along the person, I think he's in charge of like tourism or something, which is huge for islands, period. That's their main source of revenue. So he was like, I'm presenting this check for $5,000, and this is projected, this is the projected earnings from the song. And I said, Safari, shout out to you. That was really nice because you did that. You did that without seeing any type of money coming in. Now that's great. Oh, the Caribbean American, what was it? Chamber of Commerce. William Lake. Okay, that was nice. That was nice. He brought Yandy there and thanked her for being a part of getting everyone together. I said, okay, that's nice. So Safari starts a song, and you know, it's a nice time. It's a nice time. People are enjoying themselves, and he invited all the people who had parts of the song up. But Bree wasn't one of them. Instead, Cayenne was up there. So now Bree's pissed, and she goes in the bath, and she's cursing up a storm because she was like, wait a minute. So I went and put in that work. I squashed beefs, and now you're trying to tell me that I got left off the song? And my thing is, that wasn't right. You don't go and do that to someone like that. You don't. So how Safari handled that was messed up. But let's be very clear. Bree's storming up on there when this is supposed to be a real charity thing, and people are looking at her like, what the heck's wrong with her? And even Rich is looking at her like, what the heck's wrong with her? Because that's his artist. So he's just looking at this like, I'm going to have to do damage control. I'm going to have to actually work. I was supposed to just have a good time. So she gets up there and says, stop! Stop the bloody music! Stop! I said stop! I'm thinking, you need to stop. Like, for real. So then she goes and points her attention toward Cayenne. Because it's like, wait a minute. So how is it that you were on the song when it was my track? Or I was a part of it. It's like, oh, you need to thank your boy Jacquay. You need to thank your man Jacquay for going and bending over backwards to get you on. I'm thinking, don't do that. Don't do that. So then argument ensues. Talk about each other's looks. Talk about each other's level of talent, a lack of talent. And Yandy is just like, well, you see, I try to do a nice thing. I really try to do a nice thing, and it just blows up. It just blows up. And maybe if Safari went and actually worked with me on this, then this wouldn't have happened. I'm thinking, Yandy, this isn't about you. Don't make this about you. But that was the end of that. The season's pretty much over. Safari went first shopping with his mother, and she looked really happy. Juju was doing some soul searching, and she did the play. The play went well, and Bree said she's still gonna go and do it her way. She's there with Dream Doll, having a good time. And next thing we know, we see Dream Doll also said that, you know, this isn't the last you heard from her. It's only bigger and better from here. Mariah's doing a music video. And I said, look at Mariah. You better do it for yourself. I believe in you. We believe in you, Mariah Lynn. We really do. Don't let some of the social media people fool you. Don't let some of the social media people fool you. Rich went, and what did Rich actually do? He's there and on his business and on his grind, working with artists. I couldn't see who was in the booth. But Anais, she's at home with her husband, and we finally see her children. I said, oh, this is all we actually wanted to see to begin with, Jonathan. Again, everyone's tagline is, you haven't heard the last of me. You haven't seen the last of me. I'm thinking, great. Yandy as well. Yandy's holding it down for her business, for her kids, for her husband. And it ends with Remy continuing with the in vitro stuff with Pat. So that was it. The reunion is next week, Monday. See you there.